Hi friends, welcome to today's class. So today's question is, two trains from Mumbai leave Coimbatore at 8:30 am and 9 am and travel at 60 km per hour and 75 km per hour respectively. How many kilometers from Coimbatore will the two trains meet? So a similar kind of question was there in our previous playlist. So one video is there, must know shortcut, the different applications of the must know shortcut. So this is also an application for that shortcut formula. So what is the given question? There are two trains and they are leaving Coimbatore. Two trains from Mumbai leave for Coimbatore. So two trains are leaving Mumbai and the time is also given. Okay, sorry, the question is two trains for Mumbai. Okay, they are leaving Coimbatore only. So two trains for Mumbai leave Coimbatore. So they are leaving Coimbatore. The two trains are leaving Coimbatore at the time 8:30 am and 9 am. So the time difference we know. Half an hour is the time difference between the two trains. And the speeds of the trains are also given, 60 km per hour and 75 km per hour. Then how many kilometers from Coimbatore will the two trains meet? Or what is the distance travelled before they meet each other? So here there is a faster train and a slower train. The time difference between the two trains are given, half an hour. Half an hour is the time difference and two speeds are also given. You have to find out the distance travelled. How to do it? What is the shortcut? For this kind of questions, many examples we had seen. Preeti is walking to school at two different speeds. And what is the time difference? When she is moving at two different speeds, what is the time difference? The time difference is also given. You have to find out the distance to school. Likewise, many questions we have seen. So here two speeds are given. The time difference is given. You have to find out the distance travelled. So there comes the shortcut. Distance travelled will be equal to V1 V2 divided by V1 minus V2 into difference in time. So difference in time into V1 V2 divided by V1 minus V2. So here V1 and V2 is 60 and 75. So 60 into 75 divided by V1 minus V2 is equal to 15 into difference in time is equal to half. So 15 5s are 75 and here you can get 30. So 30 into 5 is equal to 150 kilometer. So 150 kilometer from Coimbatore, the two trains will meet. So this is just a revision of a question which we had discussed in the previous playlist. So once you read this question, you have to remember the shortcut formula. That is the key point here. Two speeds are given. The time difference is also given. You have to find out the distance travelled. So distance travelled is equal to V1 V2 divided by V1 minus V2. The two speeds are given. So the product of the speeds divided by difference of the speeds. D is equal to V1 V2 divided by V1 minus V2 into difference in time. Now question number 2. Two stations A and B are 110 km apart on a straight line. One train starts from A at 8 am and travels towards B at 40 km per hour. Another train starts from B at 10 am and travels towards A at 50 km per hour. At what time will they meet? So what is the given question? There are two stations A and B and this A and B are about 110 kilometers apart. So this is A and B and the distance between A and B is 110 kilometer. Then one train is starting from A and the time is given 8 am and the speed of the train is also given 40 km per hour and it is starting at 8 am. And the second train is starting from B at 10 am. They are not starting at the same time. They are starting at different times. So another train is starting at 10 am and the speed is 50 km per hour. So when they will be meeting each other? So that's a given question. So how to do this? So let's say the trains are meeting X hours after A starts. They are not starting at the same time. So you have to tell a reference point. So let the two trains meet X hours after A starts. So during these X hours, what is the distance travelled by A? The distance travelled by A is not the train. Okay. So after the train from A and B are the endpoints of the station. A and B are 110 km apart. So X hours after the train from A starts. So distance travelled by train from A in X hours will be equal to, what is the speed? speed is equal to 40 km per hour. So the distance is equal to speed into time. So 40x kilometer. And what about the second train? The second train is leaving 2 hours after the train leaves from A. This is given, it is leaving only at 10 am. The first train leaves at 8 am from A, but the second train is leaving only at 10 am. So there you have to consider the distance travelled by the train from B in x minus 2 hours, because it is travelling 2 hours later than the train from A. Then only you can write the formula correctly. So the distance travelled by train from B in x minus 2 hours. That is how you have to write. When they are meeting, the correct thing is, when they are meeting, what is the distance travelled by both? That is what we are taking. So let them meet x hours after A starts. So when they meet, A has travelled 40x kilometer. And what is the distance travelled by the train from B? The train from B will be travelling only x minus 2 hours within that time, because there is a 2-hour difference between the trains starting from A and B. So when they are meeting, the train from A has travelled 40x kilometers and the train from B has travelled 50 into x minus 2 kilometers. So these are the distances travelled by A and B when they meet. So one train has travelled this much distance and another train has travelled this much distance. So the total sum will be equal to the total distance. So that is the main point here. We are having the total distance 110 kilometer. So when you are adding this 40x kilometer and 50 into x minus 2 kilometer, you will be getting this 110 kilometer. When they are meeting each other, they will be travelling the entire distance of 110 kilometer. So when they meet each other, what is the distance travelled by A within that time and what is the distance travelled by B within that time? So A has travelled 40 into x kilometer. They are meeting x hours after A start. Within that time, the train from B will be travelling only 50 into x minus 2 kilometer. We are taking x minus 2 because there is a time difference of 2 hours between the trains starting from A and B. So you have to add both. 40x plus 50 into x minus 2 is equal to 110, the total distance. So what you will be getting, 40x plus 50x is equal to 90x, 50 minus 2 is equal to 100. So 90x minus 100 is equal to, so 90x minus 100 is equal to 110. So 90x is equal to 110 plus 100 is equal to 210. So what is x? X will be equal to 210 divided by 90, which is 21 by 9 is equal to 7 by 3 hours. So 7 by 3 hours, when you are converting it into minute, what you will be getting, 7 by 3 into 60 minutes is equal to 7 into 20, 140 minutes, which gives you 140 minutes. So 2 hours and 20 minutes. So what is the question? At what time will they meet? So they will be meeting 2 hours 20 minutes after A starts. 2 hours 20 minutes after A starts, and A is starting at 8 am. So they will be meeting at 10:20 am. 2 hours and 20 minutes after 8. So they will be meeting at 10:20 am. Thank you for watching.